When does Infernicus appear? Before or after the decapitation? What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to TF5. This is Webster's. We're talking about Transformers last night. This is episode number 186, and we're going to take a break from talking about TV spots and marketing. Right now, we got to spend a little bit of time talking about the toys because Hasbro has finally put out official images for Wave 3. And Wave 3 is pretty hot because it's like all new stuff. I mean, sure, some of the images have been leaked for these toys, but knowing that they not only have official images, but a whole new line of characters that we didn't even know about, or not characters, but characters that are getting toys that we didn't know about, is really, really exciting. So let's just get right into it, and we're going to start off with Cogman. And Cogman is an Aston Martin. That's his alt mode, and it's totally licensed by Aston Martin, which is awesome. So this looks really, really good as an alt mode. And Cogman's robot mode looks even better. He comes with a sword. So that makes him have some sort of history with, I wouldn't say the knights, but have some sort of history in the medieval times. Because why on earth is he holding a sword unless he grabs his sword from Sir Edmund Burton's little museum, and he uses that as a weapon. So pretty cool. We also know that Cogman is a headmaster, so his head will be removable, and I'm not sure whose head he will replace besides Decepticon Nitro, but that's all I know so far. So very, very cool. Next, Hot Rod. We are getting a toy for Hot Rod, and this is really, really exciting because this really shows us that we're getting toys for pretty much almost every character. So far, some of the Decepticons, we haven't seen character toys for them yet, but maybe they'll come out later on. But right now, we got Hot Rod. And Hot Rod's robot mode is something that looks pretty familiar to us because it's actually a retooled Lockdown, which is still very, very cool. I mean, Lockdown's a Lamborghini, Hot Rod's a Lamborghini, so it kind of makes sense that Hasbro decided that, okay, we're gonna take the same mold, but we're gonna retool it so that it looks like a completely different character, and it kind of does. To be completely honest, when I look at this, sure, I recognize it as Lockdown, but still, this looks good enough, or they made enough changes that it actually looks like a completely different character. So there you have it. Moving on, this is a deluxe, what appears to be like a funny-looking stealth bomber, but it's a deluxe version of Megatron, and that's the alt mode. This is a retooled, I don't know I can't remember what the original release is for this, for the original mold of this, but they took that mold and turned it into Megatron, and here is the deluxe robot mode. And you know what? I still think that I might end up getting him. I mean, look at it. He's got the Megatron head from Transformers Last Night, so I kind of feel like I guess I should get him. Moving on, let's talk about Skeletron. Now, Skeletron shares the same alt mode, beast mode, as, what's the other guy's name? Steelbane. Yes, they share the exact same beast mode, but it'll have different markings on it, like different paint job, because if you go to the robot mode, you can clearly see that it's really quite different in terms of the paint job, because what's his name? Steelbane doesn't have a whole lot of paint on him, but there's a lot of like kind of like gold and a little bit of like kind of a weird looking emerald color on him. And to top things off, he's called Skeletron for a reason, because if the mask is like taken off, which it is, it reveals his face, which kind of looks like a skull. So there you have it. Now, moving on, there's a new subline called Mission to Cybertron. I don't really get the concept behind it, but I have a feeling it's kind of like Reveal the Shield, Hunt for Decepticons, that kind of thing. So, it's basically a subline of Transformers Last Night, and one of the Mission to Cybertron products is this deluxe Optimus Prime with his protoform mode, which came out back in 2007. It was one of the sneak preview figures. You got his protoform mode of Optimus Prime, and now it's packaged as a 2-pack. and repackaged as the Mission to Cybertron line from Transformers Last Night. So if you're interested and never got an opportunity to get the protoform of Optimus Prime 10 years ago, here's your chance. And I believe the paint job is a little bit improved there. And there it is as the vehicle modes, and they look all right. I have no complaints there, but something I'm not that interested in. Now, something that I am interested in is not exactly this 2-pack, but I do like the Megatron for this Legion class Megatron. So it's packaged with Bumblebee, and I'm not sure why they would even package them together, but I do like the Megatron. It looks really, really good. And when it's transformed, you can clearly see that Bumblebee has more of these alien tattoos. And I really don't get the tattoos, the Cybertronian glyphs. I don't get that whole thing. Like, why does he even have it on them? I understand if it's just like small markings here and there, like Megatron has, but like he has it on his alt mode, which clearly identifies him as no longer really a robot in disguise. Moving on, we're going to jump to Voyager class. Now here's Voyager class Nitro. And Nitro is cool looking. I really, really want him. It's great to know that we're getting more Decepticons as toys, because I think we've seen a lot of Autobots already. So it's great to see the Decepticons, and Nitro is one of them. And it's a Voyager class, which is great because the bigger the better. And here is his jet mode. And it is a jet. Is he really going to look like that in the movie? I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's not going to look like that. I have a feeling that it might look like an A10 Warthog. I have that feeling for some reason, and it's mainly because of what Nitro is modeled after, and that is the KSI boss, which actually originally turned into a A10 Warthog. Moving on, here is a Takara product, and that is the Leader Class TLK-15DX, and which is the Caliber Optimus Prime. Now, this is the official image from Takara, and what we see here is really not that much different from what we've already seen, but because it's an official image, it looks a lot better. We got a shield, a double-bladed axe, and of course the sword's on his back, and the sword is painted differently so that it looks more in I guess in tune with the colors that Optimus already has. We don't need to see his vehicle mode. But here is Dragonstorm. Now here's a Leader Class Dragonstorm. This is something that we've been talking about previously. We only saw a listing for it on Amazon Spain or Amazon France. But here is the Leader Class Dragonstorm. It's great to know that, like, if you want to purchase Dragonstorm, Legion class and Mega Turbo Changer isn't the only way to go. We're actually getting a Leader class, which is really, really awesome. But the most interesting thing about the Leader class Dragonstorm is that it's actually made up of two other bots. We got this one and this one. So these two bots actually combined to form Dragonstorm, as far as I know. I mean, there's not much more information besides these images. And based on what we can see, based on like these parts and the limbs of the robots, they both do look like they carry the parts of Dragonstorm. So therefore, I'm going to conclude it with the fact that they will combine to to merge into a Dragonstorm. The only question is, like, what size are these guys? Like, are they two Voyagers that combine to a Leader class, or is it two Deluxes that combine and form a Leader class sized Dragonstorm? Or are both of these guys Leader class and they form like a mega size, like a Supreme class Dragonstorm? So I don't really know anything about that, but there you have it. Now I'm going to show you the instruction sheet for Dragonstorm right here. And this was leaked from Weibo.com, but following that, within the instructions, we actually have the names for these guys. So this first guy I showed you is named Stormrain, based on this instruction sheet, and the second guy here with the double swords is Dragonicus, or Dragonicus. Okay, much cooler sounding. So Stormrain and Dragonicus merged to form Dragonstorm, and I really, really hope this is an accurate representation of Dragonstorm in the movie. I hope Dragonstorm's not just a dragon, like a three-headed dragon in Transformers Last Night. I really hope we get that merging, the combining two guys, which when separated become these two guys, and then when they need to, in dire situations, they combine and form a three-headed dragon. That would be sweet. Okay, so I hope this is accurate. Anyways, moving on, we're going to take a look at an official image of the Infernicons. There's 6 of them in the trailers, or in the movie. Well, as far as I know, it's just in the trailers. I don't know if it's really only going to be 6 in the movie, but there's 6 of them in the trailers, but there's 5 of them in this set. Now, in this set, we all know that this is a Abominus Legion class combiner set, so that's why they look all different. The only one that really looks like an Infernicon, like from the movie, based on what we see in the trailers, is the one on the top right. I forgot his name, but they all have individual names. But that's the only one that really has that Infernicon head with the horns. But when it's combined, you get Infernicus, and I like the way it looks when it's combined. Like, it truly looks like an Infernicon based on the way they look like in the movie. Now, they get decapitated by Optimus Prime in a swift stroke. All 6 of them. So does he face off against Infernicus before he decapitates them, or are there more Infernicons that come out after he decapitates them? So basically, when does Infernicus appear? Before or after the decapitation? That is the big question, because based on what we see in the end of trailer 3, where he decapitates them all, that's the end of the Infernicons. So what up with that? Anyways, excuse me, my eye's itchy. And here's the instruction sheet for Infernicus, and I'm pretty sure that within the instruction sheet, it's going to give you all the names of the individual Infernicons. So moving on, let's talk about this new character, or rather this new line, Mission to Cybertron. And one of those products that's included in Mission to Cybertron is this retooling, repainting of the Primus Supreme class toy. And you know what? Let me just double check if that's the Primus Transformers toy, because like I've never carried. Yeah, it is. It's the Transformers Primus Supreme class toy from Transformers Cybertron, and they basically retooled it, or maybe they just repainted it so that it's Cybertron. I guess it is Cybertron, but does it transform? I really don't think so. I really think that they're just trying to sell a new like a product for Transformers Last Night, and this is it, because like they might as well. Is it Cybertron? I don't really know. It's just part of the Mission to Cybertron line. But there is an official image for this product that is supposed to represent whatever the heck this is that is going into Earth, and I guess it is Cybertron. Does it transform? I think that the only transformation it really does is coming apart. So I don't know very much about it, but this is something I'm absolutely not interested in. It just looks weird. I mean, look at it. It's crazy, and it doesn't follow the same kind of color scheme as the actual thing in the movie, which is all gray. So there you have it. The last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm done talking about mainline toys. Now I'm going to talk about some of the more gimmicky toys, and the only 2 that really catch my eyes are this. Flip and Change Bumblebee. Look at this Flip and Change Bumblebee. I think the top half of it is pretty cool, but it's got these really skinny legs. But of course, we know what these kind of toys are. They're the ones that like whoosh, and then it's done. It's done all in one simple move, right? And what I really like about this the most is actually the vehicle mode. The reason why I would even consider getting this is because of the vehicle mode. Now they also have Flip and Change Hot Rod, which I'm pretty sure is the exact same like skeletal mold as Bumblebee. And all you got to do is use this exact same moves, the whoosh, and then it is Hot Rod. And I think it's kind of cool to have like a huge scale version of these 2 guys. So I'm actually considering getting these guys. Now there are of course more official photos for toys, but I'm just gonna end it right there. I'm mainly just talking about the ones that I'm particularly interested in. If you want to check out the rest of the images for these official Hasbro images of the Transformers Last Night toys, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box below for you to check it out. I have a Facebook photo album with all the updated toys from Wave 3, so go check that out, and then you can leave comments on them, and then you can hit a like button. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this episode. I'm really excited about Wave 3. Now all we got to see next is Hooligan, Mohawk, and Onslaught as a toy. I really hope we get them. I want to see a leader class Onslaught. It needs to be made, and I hope that we get to see a Wave 4, because I would be quite disappointed if we didn't get an opportunity to get a Volkswagen van as a transformable toy, and a leader class heavy tow truck. That would make like an awesome robot mode and a vehicle mode. I'm just thinking with Mohawk, I'm pretty positive that they're just going to repaint him retool him with a previous motorcycle mode that we've already seen before. So I think there's like a Scout class Reveal the Shield Transformers toy that came out. That was a motorcycle. I can't really remember, but I think that if anything, if they decide to make Mohawk as a toy, they're gonna just take a remode. That's what I believe. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this episode. Why don't you let me know in the comment section below which ones you are thinking about getting, and there you have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, the Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. But Bumblebee, Transformers Universe Bumblebee, will definitely be set in a more it's got a more younger tone to it, and Bumblebee